There is one here too. There are two. On the other side of the park. Here. All the boat of Ghana.
A very good afternoon to you, our viewers. My name is Shegun Odunayo, and you're welcome to another wonderful episode of The Roundtable. What do we do on this platform? Myself and two wonderful guests, or whoever the anchor is, enters into the issues that borders on security, politics, and issues happening to the Nigerian people. Issues that affect the 200 million Nigerian people and their leadership are what we discuss on this platform. And this wonderful, wet or sunny, as the case may be at your end afternoon, I have my guest here with me. To my left is a man who is just coming back from a few weeks off, and I had time for the family and for several other things that had to do with personal issues. Daniel Ayontoye is back from leave.
Thank you very much. Good day, viewers.
I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun off work.
Definitely. Sure.
And to my left, I have a regular. Of course, no leave for him because we can't do that right now. We have issues to deal with, and that is work. I'm talking about Fatih Ahmed, sometimes controversial, sometimes on the same page with every other person, but always himself. Good afternoon, Ahmed Fatih.
Yeah, good afternoon, Shegun. It's nice being here today, and good afternoon to our viewers as well. It's fantastic being here.
All right, guys, very quickly we'll dive into the issues. Of course, just before you saw our wonderful faces, you saw a clip that was released by the NNPC just a few days ago. They came out to say that they discovered that vessel was taking our fuel, our crude oil. I beg your pardon, not even fuel. Of course, you know when you break down crude oil, fuel is one of the things you find in it. They discovered that vessel was stealing, I think that's the appropriate word to use now, was stealing our crude oil, 800,000 liters of crude oil. That particular vessel was caught by private agents, security agents, of course employed by the federal government to guard our waters. That particular vessel was going to Cameroon. That particular vessel you saw was coming from Ondo State on Nigerian waters, taking fuel 800,000 illegally out of Nigeria. I think I should start with Ahmed Fatih. When did this begin? How long before they were found? When do you think these guys started this venture?
You see, Shegun, we have to realize that when we are having the conversation some weeks back about the subsidy removal,
yeah,
and I was standing on my position that it was the best decision for Nigeria at the moment for the president to remove the subsidy on fuel. A lot of I can't remember, maybe it was Samson that was here the other day, and he said it was not well thought at that time. I said, no, this is well thought. Look at the statistics released by MBS. A month after the removal of fuel subsidy, we have the prices of fuel in Chad, in Niger, in Cameroon skyrocket at about times 3, what's it called? Ratio of their immediate price when the fuel was the subsidy was removed.
But this particular vessel now
that is to tell you that these people cannot sustain without Nigerian fuel. That is why they are deploying means to illegally steal our fuel.
I think we are jumping the gun.
To their country.
We can't really be too sure. Look at the company. The name of the company was it Omad or Omat was released. I looked at the list, the names of their director, the list of people that work in the organization. They are Nigerians.
Of course.
They were going to Cameroon. We do not know for sure, for certain, who owns what. What we do know was that they were coming from Ondo State here in Nigeria,
of course,
and they were taking our fuel illegally to Cameroon. But I think I should move over to Daniel Ayantoye. 800,000 liters. Just one was found. We don't know if the next day another one was on waters. We do not know if 2 days before some was doing the same. What and when did this begin exactly?
I think I will have to give kudos to the private security firm. And this again tells us...
They are collecting huge money from us too,
yes,
though.
of course. It again tells us where we have found ourselves and the situation we are in this country. Because, come to think of it, we have the security agencies for crying out loud. And they are supposed to ensure...
That's the job of the Navy.
Of course.
The Navy.
So, this is showing us that yes, there's something wrong somewhere. Really, there's something wrong somewhere. Because if a private firm could come and do that, then for so many years, of course, these people did not just start this business today. And they're already making huge amount, putting the country, the nation, at a loss. So it tells us the problem that we are in. So, and the president really needs to be, now, of course, more proactive with this now, because we can see now that we need to really talk to our security chiefs, the heads of security agencies, the Navy. Everyone has to ensure that this issue does not plunge us into another crisis.
Very, very quickly, let me come to Fatih. Like I said earlier, that one was found. We don't know the day before it was found how many moved. Even that same day that one was found, we don't even know how many moved.
Of course.
We only know that one was exposed. Now, this is the big question. He was talking about the fact that our security agents were not doing the right thing. Amid Fatih, how do you think this issue should be best dealt with?
You see, the first thing that should happen is that the Navy officers in charge, or the head of the naval officers in charge of that very section of Nigerian waters should be sacked. That's the first proactive measure to take. Because there is no way that huge amount of fuel will leave Nigerian waters, leave our borders, without the involvement of the securities. There is no way. It tells us that...
There's a loophole somewhere.
Yes, there are loopholes. It tells us that our security are into this, and they are making huge amount of money from Nigeria's economy in their own to their own personal gain. This is something that the federal government of Nigeria has to take seriously. We are fighting people who are bunkering us in the Niger Delta, who are stealing our oils over there. Do we now start having issues with people who are also illegally taking our fuels from right in deep into our country? It is crazy. I must be honest with you.
So, still talking about security, I think it's time for us to just move over to the recurring incidents of clashes that have been happening in Plateau State and Benue. But this time around, it was in Mangu local government in Plateau State. Mangu local government in Plateau State has virtually become a slaughterhouse. 3 dying today, 20 dying tomorrow, 15 dying. It is it is a usual occurrence. However, the president came out a few days ago to say, I want the security chiefs to tackle this head-on. And then less than 24 hours after that, the Nigerian army moved into action, and there was a picture released by the Nigerian army alongside other pictures where there was a dead body on social media by the Nigerian army. They said 3 bandits were neutralized. But now, Daniel Ayantoye, do the security chiefs need to be told that they need to tackle security issues head-on before they tackle it?
I think the president has really made a good move by at least saying something. We've had situation in this country where things like this will happen, and the president, you will not hear anything. You will not hear the president say a word for 2 months head on, and we are still what has happened. So at least the president should be commended.
Speaking.
Yes, he's speaking. That, of course, because the voice is also power, of course.
Yeah.
When he says this,
move,
and of course we can see the results of what we now have from the action of the military personnel. But now, to your question, of course, it is very important, okay? I think we are beginning to enter a phase as a country where the security chiefs need to know that they have already been given these assignments. And for crying out loud, these are not the same set of people that worked with the last administration.
Yeah, these are new guys.
Yes, these are new guys. Yeah. And they are, of course, they have been in the system for a very long time, and they know where to go. So, for me, I think we need to just look at, give them that mandate. They have the mandate. Then they need to work on that mandate and ensure they deliver. Because if they don't deliver, definitely the questions will be asked. What are you doing? How are you doing this? And we don't want, like we don't want a camouflage reports. We don't want this. We want action. We want to see that, yes, Nigeria is safe for the common man to live.
Very quickly now, Amid, what of if these security chiefs are doing their best and the system is faulty? What of if the heads are trying their very best, but somehow there are loopholes in the system? You don't think this is possible? You don't think some people somewhere are a part of this from even in-house? I mean, by in-house, I mean in the system.
I saw a release from Nigerian Army.
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Where they, what's it called? They ousted a group of people who were resisting.
Bandits, yeah.
And they found
a police officer's ID card.
And it is the same person that was killed.
Yeah. That was a bandit.
That was a bandit.
Yes.
That tells you.
There was no explanation, but the picture probably was enough for 1,000 words.
I mean, it does. They do not need to explain. And I love the fact that the army did not even bother themselves to start giving us explanation.
Tales.
That
perhaps we need those tales.
The picture is enough proof for us to know that our system is rotten. It tells us that we are the ones doing ourselves. In fact, we have to now understand that maybe some of the rumors that they are bringing in, what's it called, private bandits from countries like Chad, from Nigeria, is not even true. Maybe the very persons that, I mean, the ones destroying our vegetables are right beneath our vegetables, and we do not know. It's a lot. I'm telling you, for years now, we've had crisis in Plateau State. That was just north. Everything is there now. Mango has been a targeted location for these people. I mean, Buhari is a disappointment as a president.
But the Buhari era is gone.
Yes, we know.
The people did not vote for complaints.
I'm telling you that.
The people did not vote for a continuation of.
If that issue has been tackled Edson while he was the president of Nigeria, I mean, Tinubu would not have to now start dealing with this. Now, he is here. And he has given, what's it called, an order. That gives you a first insight. This man is taking a proactive measure to ensure that we are safe in the country. Because everybody, in as much as you are of Nigerians, origin, definitely you are a citizen and you deserve to be protected. Now, these people are killing our people. In one way or the other. That tells you that they are benefiting something from it. I mean, these people, for whatever reasons, they are doing it. Now, this goes back to our local, earth. Not even the security now. We have villages, they have earths. You won't tell me that these village earths do not know people who are of their villages. definitely it tells us that these things boils down back to us as Nigerians. We have to ensure that while the federal government is ensuring that they are protecting us, we have to protect ourselves by ensuring that we are on the lookout. Let us appoint a little amount of people to be on the lookout. That is what this man Professor Zulum did in Borno State. He employed the services of people who are ordinary civilians to be on the lookout. But today, look at Borno State. Compare Borno of 2011, 2012 to Borno of today.
Yeah.
That tells you that the state government also has to be involved to ensure that they expunge out these people from our system.
Remember that the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mufwan, was in Aso Rock a few weeks ago to tell the president, to give the president vivid description of what was going down. Also, quickly remember that the same Caleb Mufwan is from Mangu and was local government chairman of the
Mangu. Same local government.
So he understands very
well
deeply
the things he should do.
What is going on in Mangu. Anyway, very quickly we move on now to I think you will be seeing that video on our screen now, to the video of the meeting that was held by Southeast leaders a few days ago in Abuja. And the meeting was a gathering of stakeholders of the Igbo clan coming together to have a brothers meeting to seek a way forward as regarding the crisis that has engulfed the Southeast. Of course, we can't but make mention of the numerous unnecessary Monday staying at homes, which we know that can be disastrous to an economy. I was reading a particular piece where about 12 billion now, was it not $12 billion that have said to have been lost to the Southeast sit at home? And what is making it more worse is that the IPOB have announced a 2-week sit at home that will be starting in a couple of 2 weeks. That will be starting in a couple of days. Let me come over to you now, Sadan. Let's start with the meeting of the stakeholders. And the question is, shouldn't this meeting have come up earlier before now? I mean, is it people are asking, are they just knowing what is going on? And now that the meeting has happened, are you commending them? What are you saying about the meeting?
Yes, again, it's a good step in the right direction, okay? And the right step in the right direction. But like you said, it should have come up a long time ago. Nevertheless, they are having it now. They are speaking now. Because sometimes ago, I remember some people raising concern that none of the leaders are even saying anything about what is going on. And it's really a pity. Because this is, I would call this a war in the same house. They are fighting themselves over a certain demand. And for someone somewhere to be making such a directive and saying, sit at home, and everybody will obey, it's really, really disturbing.
Shows you that
I believed that there should be a kind of a representative or something to disagree with whosoever is making this directive. Simon Ekpa, of course. And so it's very, very important that there is this mindset. The leaders, they stand on their feet and say, no, this is not the direction we are going. We are Nigerians, and we want to stay with Nigeria. And if there is going to be any plan on whatever, it should not be done with punishment to the people, because the people are suffering.
And they are their people.
Yes, they are their people.
They are
suffering.
people.
I saw a video some time ago online where they were beating and destroying properties belonging to their people. So it's very funny. You want to live separate from the country, and you are destroying the same people you want to live with. What are we saying?
Very quickly over to you now, Ahmed Fathi. Now the question is the federal government doing enough as the federal government of Nigeria? These people are Nigerians. The people that are suffering are Nigerians. The businesses that are being damaged are Nigerian businesses. Nigerians are being beaten. Is the federal government of Nigeria doing enough to secure Nigerians?
Thank you so much, Shegun. I wouldn't want my emotions to go over
very quickly,
especially because of this issue, because I'm very concerned. Now, when we are saying that the federal government is doing enough or the federal government is not doing enough, we have to ask ourselves a fundamental question, that are these people that the federal government willing to help, willing to be helped?
No. A child will want to destroy himself as a baby. It is the duty of the parents, of the father and the mother, to properly put the child's life in shape. The federal government ought to do the right thing for the people. Yes.
We are not talking of toddlers here. These people are harmed. These people are killing our military. These people are killing our people also. They've taken a stand. And yes, I would really agree. I saw an opinion of someone a few days ago that yes, the person would not blame the leaders of the Southeast because they are living there. They have their properties there. They have their children there. And if they come out to disagree...
Ahmed Fatih, is the federal government doing enough for the Eastern people?
Well, to be very honest with you, I think the first thing we should tackle is that the federal government should obey the orders of the court. You know, first by releasing the man they are holding hostage, or holding, what's he calling, detention, for whatever time they've been holding him now. You know, let the federal government do that first, and let us see if these attacks would continue. But I'm sure that whether the federal government release him or not, this same stand would continue. I'm very sure about it.
Is the federal government doing enough for the
people? I've stated it earlier. If the federal government has not followed the court order by now, definitely the federal government is not doing enough.
All right, let me move over to Daniel now. The state governments, are they doing enough? Peter Mbah came on board, the Enugu state governor, and said, no more sit at home. He was moving everywhere with security, but the ginger, the energy with which he came with that pronouncement has reduced. We saw videos of where his own organization was being burnt, rumored to be done by UGM, unknown gunmen. Also, Charles Chukwuma Soludo, or Chukwuma Charles Soludo as the case may be, governor of Anambra, came out with a pronouncement at a time, of course, majorly by new governors. The zeal, the energy is there. Mondays, no more sit at home. We saw what happened. Now, it looks like the governors are not speaking out like before. Are the state governors doing enough for their people?
Thank you very much. To add to what you have just said, recently, just I think yesterday, the Ebonyi State Governor Francis, mentioned that there's nothing like sit at home in his states. So, of course, it shows that some governors are not in support of the sit at home order. Now, it is very important. Okay, I don't think these people can overpower the federal government. I don't think so. Really, I don't think so. What we need is for the government to be more proactive in its discussion with these people. If they are saying Simon Ekpa is their leader or whatever, and this is the position, as far as Nigeria is concerned, we don't want anybody to say they're splitting off and all that. But it's very important to also address the concerns of Nigerians. What is really their demands? Then, like my colleague said, that Nnamdi Kanu, of course, the court has given an order. I don't see any reason why a government would choose not to follow the order of the country by the court. If the government can follow an order and say somebody has been sentenced to death and the governor will sit and sign that the person should be hanged and whatever, then the government should be able to follow. The government should be able to listen to the government. Yes, very important. Because these arms of government, they are working in synergy.
And they work for the people.
For the people. So it's very important that the government plays its part.
Anyway, the Nigerian army, of course, led by Major General Lagbaja, have come out between yesterday and today to also address issues concerning the IPOB sit at home 2 weeks rule starting very soon. They've come out to say that is not possible. It won't be possible, and that they are going to ensure they deal with these IPOB members, and that they are going to get to them at their hideouts, and they are going to ensure that the people of the Southeast can move freely for 2 weeks. Nobody's businesses will be destroyed, nobody will be beaten, and that everything will be going on fine. Fatih Ahmed, do you think this is possible or just empty words?
Well, it is very possible. We understand how powerful Nigerian military is, first, to start with. So Nigerian military has even gone out of the country to help other countries. So I believe strongly that if the president and the Nigerian army precisely is determined to ensure that this is achievable, definitely it will be achievable.
Yeah.
However, we have to understand that these people purely are terrorists, and we should name them what they are. Terrorists. You don't trade wars with terrorists. Why will you order a 2 weeks sit at home of your people,
half of a month,
denying them of their livelihood, denying them of their daily survival? I mean, look at videos of little children, toddlers, being denied of writing their exams. How do we explain that? Then the Nigerian army should be more than proactive in ensuring that they root out these people. They expunge them from our system. They have to tackle it. They have to hold them from the scruff of their neck.
Daniel is sharing a divergent opinion.
I think, you see, we really need to be diplomatic in the way we are going to handle this issue. You don't just say because they are whatever, they should just be nailed terrorists, and then you begin to have gunfire and all that. There are ways to handle some of these things.
No. Let Daniel share his opinion.
Some of these things, okay? You see, they have whatsoever demands that they want to. Of course, we also have people from the South and West region that were clamoring for the Yoruba nation and all that. Now, sit down. What are these demands?
Daniel.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Please
I will
let
tell
him
you my
land.
position.
Yeah.
What are these demands? What are the things? I'm not saying what they are doing is right. They are going it the wrong way, really. Now, but what are these demands? You want to leave Nigeria, you don't want to be part of Nigeria again. Why? Let me tell you, welfare is a very important aspect. The welfare of their people. But the reason why I say they are going it the wrong way is that they are affecting the same people they claim to be fighting.
I mean, you are beating up your people, destroying the business of your people.
Businesses,
your people are not making money on Mondays.
You can't apply the route. And if you can't apply that road because somebody is going to attack you, how are you going to have investors in your region? You understand? So I believe that the government should talk with them, what are the problems?
Have a sit down with them, put them on the round table like
guys,
we have several topics we have not.
We have 2011.
No. I mean, you are not to respond. You are not to respond to him. You had an opinion. He had a diverging opinion, and that's fantastic. That's the beauty of democracy. That is the beauty of humanity. That is why we are different persons. No. We have other topics to deal with.
You kill terrorists.
I know it's very
root them out and expunge them
very
from our
heated
system.
here. I am very sure it is probably heated wherever you are watching us from. You are probably supporting what Amid is saying, or you feel Daniel has the right opinion, or you are neutral like I am here, but you definitely have an opinion as regarding this matter. Very quickly, we'll move on to the conditional cash transfer announced by the government today. Earlier today, the president announced, of course, before today, yesterday, when the president of Nigeria, of course, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with the class of 99, his sets when he was governor in 1999, called them over to Aso Rock, met with them, dialogued with them, spoke with them, and he told them that he was not oblivious of the fact that Nigerians were going through a tough time, especially because of the fuel subsidy removal that happened by his government, but that he's planning a conditional cash transfer, a conditional transfer system wants to come in place, but that he does not want middlemen, in his words, he does not want middlemen to take the money, and that he wants the money to get to the grassroots. We didn't know what was coming next. What was coming next was that the president have announced that 8,000 naira will be given to 12 million homes for the next 6 months. By my right, the man by my right is smiling seriously. Daniel Ayontoye, you are up. Are you happy with what came up today?
Nigeria has become a very funny place, really. Because what would somebody do with 8,000 naira with the current situation?
For 6 months.
For 6 months, 8,000 naira to spend 8,000
for 12 million homes.
Just imagine. Because I really don't know where we missed it in this country.
You think he goofed? You think President goofed?
We have started again. You know, this is how it all starts. The president said no middleman. Will the president go to each homes to give them 80,000 naira?
We'll still go to middleman.
I'm going to tell you that at the end of the day, that 8,000 naira will not even get to some people.
It may be 1.5.
In fact, it will. Some people would have broken that money, and at the end of the day, somebody will end up with maybe 1,000 naira. Now, ask me what 8,000 naira is going to. Don't forget that that amount of money is a huge sum, and when removed from the coffers, will also affect something. But what I'm saying is, why remove subsidy in the first place when you know you want to give back to the people?
But you must give back to the people. People are angry. People are hungry.
You want to give cash, then leave the subsidy, let it be working. If you want to, because I'm telling you that if it is the subsidy, I'm not saying that removing the subsidy is not right, but if it is the subsidy, even the child that they have not given birth today will benefit from it. You know why? Because one way or the other, indirectly or directly,
Be less expensive.
Don't just tell me that somebody will be giving some people 80,000 naira to do what?
Fatih, do you are you with the president on this, or you are with Daniel? Because you are always not with Daniel.
Shegun, I must be honest with you. I'm trying to look up something here. You know, let me start from the angle where Daniel said then you shouldn't have removed the subsidy. That's not right. Let me give you a perspective to this thing that you're not saying.
I mean,
right?
Fatih, 8,000 naira to 12 million homes for 6 months. Right or wrong?
Shegun, wait. I would answer your question, but let me answer Daniel. Right? In the 2023 budget, Nigeria budgeted about 3.6 trillion naira for subsidy for 6 months. That is to mean from January to June.
And here we have just 500 billion.
And here we have just 500 billion to cater for 6 months, right? Now, do you understand what this means? There are reports that are saying that we pay sometimes trillions to fuel subsidies in a month. You understand? Now, look at this, right? From the angle of the money we are removing. And now we are not even removing this money from our main budget. We are removing from a supplementary budget that is meant to tackle
surplus.
It's surplus.
Yeah, surplus.
So it is not even affecting the main budget.
Yeah,
That's not even my business. I'm just
yeah.
trying to give you I'm going to shine your light to something you do not probably know, that you are missing out of the subject here. Now, yes, me and you, we know that 8,000 will not do anything for you. I mean, you can't even fuel your car. You have about 4 kids. You can't even, cater for your children. Now, this is where I'm going.
You cannot subscribe to our favorite cable TV.
I mean, Daniel, be honest to yourself. Me and you, Shegun here, we have gone to deeper places in this country. We have seen how people have suffered. We have seen how people are suffering. And we can tell for a fact that some people, even despite how harsh the current economy of Nigeria is, 500 naira, 1,000 naira is enough to feed them. We have to be honest with ourselves. People are suffering. Now, if 8,000 naira gets to that kind of a family that barely fits with 300 naira, 400 naira in a day, I'm telling you, 8,000 naira in a month will go a long way in providing meal to that family. The only attention or the only thing where we should be channeling our energy to right now is to ensure that this 8,000 gets to such families. That is the main thing we should be heading to. The 8,000 should get to those families. I don't need the 8,000 naira. I mean, I don't need it.
You are a big man.
No, it's not about being a big man now. It is about getting that money to the right families. People are suffering.
All right, guys. I mean, if you are just joining us, you can see how heated it is in here.
Suffering. 8,000 will go a long way for them.
Fatih Ahmed on my left is of the opinion that the president of Nigeria has made the right choice by saying that 8,000 naira will be given to 12 million homes for 6 months is the right thing to do. While Danny here on my right feels 8,000 naira to 12 million homes, you want to eliminate middlemen, but now middlemen cannot be eliminated. Anyway, if you ask me, I was having this discussion with our colleague here behind the camera, Olalekan Labode, just before we got on while the news was filtering in, and he was saying that if the president of Nigeria orders, for example, that so company when it comes to noodles, so company when it comes to milk, so and so company when it comes, you know, things that everybody in Nigeria buys. I'm paying so and so billion. Your market that you'll be releasing to the people, say you are selling now for 3,600 naira, so package of thin milk, for example, is 3,600 naira. I'm paying so billion to your company. Sell to my people at 2,000 naira for the next 1 year or 6 months or something. So the subsidy will go directly to these companies. TV, you want to buy a brand new TV set, I'm paying so and so to, I don't want to call names of brands, you get my point? I'm paying Fatih Ahmed television station, TV company, so that when people come and buy, what you normally naturally sell for 50,000 naira should be sold for 30. So it will be a bonus to Nigerians. That was what he was saying.
I mean, that's a fantastic opinion.
I mean, a wonderful man giving that. So what he was saying was that he expected that people that work with the president will give the president more ideas, better. He was even saying that he is worthy of
appointment.
Of even
I mean, but
if people who are working in the presidency do not have this ideology,
that insight.
Because we are still coming off the mental stress of what we went through during the period of Buhari, the humanitarian minister, COVID. We remember COVID. We knew how well monies were set to have been given to children for free feeding and so on. And I do not know, as a journalist, I do not know people that got it. If journalists do not know people that, oh, I know this person got 10,000. Oh, you can't point to what is the Nigerians that were there during Buhari are still the same Nigerians that are there now during Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not like they brought a new group of Nigerians to replace those Nigerians. I mean, I don't know if the people in the presidency are watching us, if you are listening to us. We've gone through this PTSD process before. Going to 8,000 naira, if you look at it, 8,000 in naira, personally now, I think, this is just me speaking now. I mean, I've asked the guys and the guys give their opinion, but I do think 8,000 naira to 12 million homes, it won't be worthy of what it should do. I think there are better conditional cash transfer ideas. If you go and pay farmers and you tell them, give it to our people, more than just giving 8,000 naira, we all know that at the end of the day, like Daniel said, probably 500 naira will end up in the pockets of certain persons. I think we should be done with this topic now. Very quickly, let's move over to another topic, the ministerial list topic. We will not have enough of it. We spoke about it the last time where Sadiq was asking who we should have. Now, I think I should start from Daniel. Many persons say this is a president who loves dealing with intellectuals, who love dealing with people who understand what it takes to square peg in square holes. But the rumors we are hearing as regarding ministerial lists are the same old names. No fresh blood. Like I said, rumors. If these rumors happen to come into being, do you think something different is going to happen?
I think no matter how well we feel or we think that the president should take technocrats, experts for this position, like I was speaking with someone yesterday, an expert. He said there's no way he will not still bring in some of the party loyalists. Because, of course, the party worked and brought in the government. And with the efforts, they delivered at least. And so, definitely, they will bring in. But what I would not subscribe to is us having ministers who will not be capable of carrying out their duties. For example, having a minister, somebody that studied medicine, go to Ministry of Transport. Having somebody that studied banking and finance for Ministry of Health. Or having somebody that did not even go to school at all as a minister. Not have that knowledge.
Look at the minister under Buhari that said that he did not know anything about...
It's very funny. You bring somebody into the Ministry of Agriculture and doesn't even have any knowledge about what agric is about and all that. So I believe and I trust that the president, based on his past performance, of course, will be able to choose the best men for the job, men and women for the job, and to ensure that we have the good hands that we need for them.
Fatih Ahmed, are we seeing politicians taking over what we thought was going to be held by technocrats? Or do you think they are good enough talking about politicians?
Well, If we look at the recent appointments of the president, I mean, coming from the SS, the PAs, I want to adopt the fact that he's really working with the youth.
Yeah.
Let me start from that angle, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's a different ball game when someone like Femi Adesina is brought back to be the essay to Bola Tinubu on media.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we know that this is an old person, an old name that we've known for a long time. You know, I had to start Googling to know who Ogra was.
Ortega.
Ortega, yeah. Ortega, Ogra.
Yeah.
I had to start Googling. Of course, we know someone like Dada Olusegun Dio. We've known him. It's a young man with a young blood running in him. And some of these appointments, Nosa, and all of them. This tells you that we are having a different, what's it called, a different concept.
But the ministerial list.
Yes.
The rumored ministerial
That
list.
is what that's where I'm going to. I'm telling you that these are still rumors. We can't go ahead and bank on rumors. I mean, in the rumor list, Ambode's name was there. I mean, that is the most what's it called, unbelievable name. I mean, someone says Jide Kosoko is going to be a minister of the Republic.
All right.
I mean,
all right. Like you said, I think
these are rumors.
These are rumors.
We can't bank on them.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good when you hear these rumors. Look at, if we had probably had rumors of this 8,000 naira to 12 million homes, I'm sure the opinion, the feel the presidency would have gotten was that Nigerians, many people were probably saying, no, I mean, we want a change. A system that we have tried before, that did not work. A God you have worshipped before, that did not answer you. Why are you still worshipping that God? We've had, I think we are about a little past our time now. It's been an interesting period here in the studio. Of course, you know that we do come to you every afternoon here, 2 p.m. every afternoon here on Thursdays. And the show is for a beautiful 30 minutes. And especially when I have these two in the house here with me, it's always a very, very, very wonderful period. Ahmed Fatih to my left. You may be seeing him to your right on the screen. And to my right has been Daniel Anyotoye. Well, we've had a very wonderful period. A big shout out to the guys who have been behind the cameras, pressing the right buttons and ensuring that we come live to you like we always do. On behalf of the entire team, my name is Sheikh Modun. I was saying, have yourselves a fantastic day and a glorious weekend beginning from tomorrow. God bless you all.
I don't have any doubt in my mind. Definitely, we don't expect to sort out the matter in one day, because some of the problems are there's criminal problem. Because people who come,
This is the most.
People come to kill. They cannot say they are working for Biafra or working for Nnamdi. It's not correct. You know, if somebody kidnapping, you see that they're open now. So I think really that the governors in particular and the members of National Assembly, not only the governors really. Remember, that's why we call them to this meeting. The members of National Assembly will work with the governors.